And the Judicials will boot it away to start the game. And he's going to try to return this one. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. So UCLA's offense will have the opening possession of the game. Quarterback making adjustments. Thomas looking to fire. Starting to feel a little pressure. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw away.
Leaves it with the back. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. And the Bruins really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Put him up for the first down. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. The Bruins will line it up on 1st and 10. Lost a throw on 1st down. Quickly complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Off play action. Extending the play. Throwing, looking right. He's got it inside the 25. What a play to get it inside the red zone. They are set up at the 17. And the Bruins are on the move. Here we go. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Got some room.
This football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
He'll return it. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Judicials offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep him there. On the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game. They're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job of assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
The Judicials will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. Thomas back to pass. Release to the back. Catch in the middle. It's Harris. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll use the running game on first and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After losing yardage on first down, second and goal from the 10. Wants to go up top. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue.
Turning it on! Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Under heat, he gets rid of it. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
He'll ride his man on the option. He breaks him out. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, I love that play by this owner. You know why? When you win the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback coming up, sticking his face in the...
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. And the Judicials will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the ball will be blown dead at the 35, and that's where they'll put it into play. UCLA will go back to work on offense. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their...
There he goes! Inside the 30. Attack! And once he found open space, the fan might as well stop playing. No steps after week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burns. When he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Looking for room. It's O'Neal. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying to impose their will with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really nice penetration by this defense, getting in there immediately, causing the running back to have to go a direction he doesn't want to go. And this defense has started the game so good. Several drives, no points allowed, and setting the tone on this drive.
He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Judicials will punt this one away. That's where they'll mark it down, and the next snap will come from just inside the 30-yard line. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Thomas looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and and 10 just outside the 40. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Trick 9, beat. Power football with the run. Dragged down, but then it will move the sticks for a first down. The Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. To the air on second down. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
How explosive is this offense, right? They rev it up so quickly. Speed, playmaking ability, versatility, running, throwing, NFL talent all over the place. And after that last touchdown, they've already blown this game wide open. And guys, we're not even through the first quarter yet.
There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. So first down here as they go back to work. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Got his man in the middle.
Well, it's a great job by the receiver fighting back across the DB there to get to the inside, locate the ball, and catch the slant.
And the Judicials with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Oh, he's got a chance. There he goes. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Looking downfield on first down. And the quarterback release at the 43.
It's a curious play call offensively to try to throw after that great gain on the ground the snap before. If you're winning in the trenches up front, keep it going. Let the big fellas go to work. I don't like the idea of throwing the ball back.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And I think everybody wants to run the option nowadays, but the problem is, can everybody read it? You got to be able to stick the ball in the belly to running back, and you have to be able to understand before I'm pitching it. Whatever the read is, you can tell he was a little bit.
Time running it up, and he goes down at the 34. The Judicials will punt it away on fourth down. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up. These guys are...
He tries to take the top off. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill.
It's a running room. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. Bulls hitting fire to the left.
Great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Thomas back to pass. Got his man. They'll be forced to
Ball is late, G.
pick up on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28. And the Bruins look to keep this drive humming. And he dropped it, just didn't work the thing all the way in.
Tell you what, that was a lightning fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
He gets it across the 25 to the 24, give him 5 on the carry. This third down play more than manageable from the 24. Can the defense stand tall? Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that's where they'll have it first and goal. The Bruins pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that.
You hear a lot of coaches talk about bend, don't break, and it's in these areas of the field down in your own goal line defensively where you want to just stiffen up. And they did a really nice job on first down, stopping the run. Here we go.
Touchdown, UCLA! And they take it in for 6 more points. 2-point conversion attempt is on the way. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses at it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. They try to get it outside on the left. Breaks into the open. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's first and 10. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Judicials have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. On the run, it's O'Neal. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. It'll be 3rd and long. They'll run the option. Now the toss. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
Great job by the defense that time. One of the best things you can do against a team trying to run option is get penetration. Because when you get penetration on the quarterback, you disrupt the relationship between him and the pitch guy. And you saw it happen that time. The pitch guy ends up getting it, but everything's discombobulated. He's way behind the line of scrimmage, nowhere to go, and it's a big negative play.
Thomas looking to fire. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Creates a little room. Got the first down. Rams him with the stiff arm. They run him out of bounds after a gargantuan gain on the play. Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. Holland finds a soft spot. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on 1st down. Buying some time. The throw. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? After the incompletion, they go back up top. Caught behind the line. It's Wall. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Quickly complete. And they'll get him down inside the 5 of this offense, powering for to score.
How nice is it in this offense to have a tight end like that guy that can come up with plays for you all over the field? We just saw the big 3rd down catch. He set him up here in the red zone. I like going...
Touchdown! And they add 6 more to the overnight trip to the house.
Man, oh man, what a day. His 3rd touchdown rushing, showing you he's got a little bit of everything and padding those stats. And all you fantasy football guys, if you have my man at running back, that's a good day.
And he's going to bring this one out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Judicials come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to run for it. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Here we go. Thomas back to pass. Lets it fly. Grabs it inside the 15. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. They'll go with a direct snap. And he rolls in the house. Touchdown, UCLA!
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. To the air on 1st down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. They give to the big fullback. Trying to get him a little breathing room, and they're still suffocating in their own end. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. He'll keep it himself. Knocked down in the backfield. That'll bring up 4th down, and they don't have to run another play here if they don't want to. That punt was a bit rushed, and it showed with a short kick. They made the stop on the return, but there is laundry on the field. Let's get the call. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And they won't try another play, instead taking a knee, and they'll head to the locker room. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Pasadena. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering 2 things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable?
And the Bruins will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half.
And he'll just take a knee in this.
And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. What could go wrong did.
Here comes that Alabama offense. They've fallen into a hole here. They need to start fighting back right now on this drive.
Flush it, means I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys, you got guys out of the portal, you put your faith in them to make plays.
Wide open spaces. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get it down at the 37. The offense sets for a first down play. Here comes the option. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the
strong pass rush against the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got the tight end outside. They'll knock him down right at the 35-yard line. Still a lot of ground to cover to get to the first down marker. No good. And I guess they wanted to draw a little closer instead. They're still way, way behind. UCLA will go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great.
Always got some space.
This offense looked unstoppable in the first
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on fourth down.
They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
Slams ahead.
The physicality.
Icing on the cake with a
Ball out to the right. No sequel. Plays physical, gets behind the back.
This crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line.
After your defense just went out there
We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive.
an answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. To create some explosive plays through the pass.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield.
Nice, you got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
Looking to throw on first down.
It's got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games. That loses games. That is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
How about this sophomore stopping it short of the first down line?
Playing the option, man, consistent. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be.
That time, and they knock him down at the 31. The Judicials decide to punt it away.
Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal.
Cover teams have a tough job because oftentimes
Back
they've
to
got
throw, it's Hawkins.
open field and a really good one at that. But how about their
He
ability
can't
to get
complete
to
the
the
first
returner?
pass. Let's see if we can get settled. Only in the third quarter, because they're trailing, they're right now in surrogate mode every single drive. They're throwing incompletion down in the red zone. This is a no-brainer. They're going to be throwing it again. We'll see if the defense can step up here. Rebound. We take him. Triples,
Well, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
On a road victory feels great, no matter what the final score is. Every moment when it comes to the American. Back to you guys.
Hey, Kevin, I just keep an eye on everything. Sounds like they have a good one there. Good solid pick up there before the defense knocks him down. Second down, they'll go to the air.
Offense making its way under the field to start the drive. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David, he's going to have to do a better job
The
this time around.
Wildcats want to crank the tempo. Maybe some confusion on the snap. Maybe what caused the false start. Either way, it's penalized. After the shower of flags, it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Wrapped behind the line, it's 4.
Guys, we know they're not as big and not as physical runners as running back, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea.
Find a tight end for an easy completion. Good job tackling that one for the first down.
The Judicials will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt.
Back to pass, it's Sharp.
And after the punt, that's where they'll mark it, just outside the 30.
They're working it.
And these punt returners want to make big plays, but man, oh man, did he make a big mistake. Flipping the field position, defense flying in on him, and he did not secure the football in that play.
Got him downfield.
We got wants to pass. Looking to the end zone. Game must be moving so slowly.
Great job in the blocking game. Now,
Three beats ahead, way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable. Because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running back? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Kickoff unit is out there. Boy, did that last and quiet this drive. He'll bring it back from inside his pocket. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. 15-yard line.
He got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
Stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
Back to pass.
And the Judicials line up to punt it away.
To the wide.
3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his green. And the returner will be brought down.
That's what they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he's going to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball.
He fires to the left side.
I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed. He's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. Really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out.
A first down run in the red zone. Way to defender miss. He steps and powers
It's
in.
the play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops. Kentucky has it back in the big blue. Defense takes the field. Looking for a man. It's Sharp. He'll take a shot.
That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Sends it back in motion. Now on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking for space. It's made. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Finds his tight end. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be fourth down. The Judicials send out the punt unit. A low line drive and not his best work. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Thomas back to pass. Working that left side now. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. And the Bruins with myriad options after that big pickup on first down.
Right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Steps away.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down.
Right on the money. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set down. Quarterback making checks. Pressure coming. Stands in and takes the hit. And he makes the catch inside the 15.
Man, we knew coming into
Football,
this
you
game
hear the
just how
term,
explosive this
but don't
offense
hurt.
could be.
And you could tell when you run these RPO, QBs make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball quick, but obviously was inaccurate.
He is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts.
It'll be a turnover.
Back to pass.
The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, I think the call is going to end up going his way.
That's when the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep. Not able to connect there.
How about the keen eyes and sharp
Third
awareness
and long.
from the
Don't
coach
need
to
to take the
challenge
check
the
down.
ball, and the officials agree it'll go his way.
It's on the move.
Snap it to the back. Looking for the end zone.
Well, I know they're losing right now, but they're not going to be losing for long if they keep hitting shots like that. And I love the idea here, taking a shot to your best player. This guy is one of the biggest playmakers in all of football. Tremendous speed, and locates the ball in late. It gives this
because those running backs are always asking to be more.
That'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put
Take a
this
play,
on
ball
for
right in
snap
his
of the drive
hands.
from the
It's
25.
a missed opportunity.
They'll try the run. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play.
And momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, they got the opponent going backwards.
They hope to get him in space, create running room, and there just wasn't anything there. I love the third down, aggressive, in-your-face defense, not giving you any room to run down the field. Great job by the defense. They stalled the throw, the quick pass, reacted to it, got him on the ground for a loss.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures.
Come back for the ages in store. We'll
Moves
see as
around
we
to
start
clear up the vision.
It'll be second down as we open the
This
final
offense
stanza.
plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty.
And the defense
The
holds.
fullback's got it. And never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. And the Judicials will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Takes it on the return. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Here we go. Hey, fire! Thomas looking to fire.
great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
The option look. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing.
There he goes. Got the first down. Looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the 4th quarter, they're going to need it.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drummed. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here, maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we'll talk about that didn't go right.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. A 3rd down try for the offense. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The Judicials will bring the punt team onto the field. A low line drive and short kick. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
The Bruins can really attack on this 2nd and short. Thomas back to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play.
First kick, huh?
So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Down to the 26-yard line and a 1st down. Set, ready. Rides the back on the option to give. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Tried to pound it on 1st down. Now back to the line. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And into the end zone. He's loose on the touchdown, UCLA. That leads a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
That's a nice job by this offense. Nice job putting a drive together late. This might seal this football game. And nice response. It's nice to be home, isn't it? Come back to the home crowd after you've lost a couple games. Get some mojo going back in your way.
Fielded in the end zone. It's low. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll run the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit, throw the football around.
And the Judicials will line up to punt it away. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Thomas looking to fire. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And what a drive this has been so far by the defense. Of course, they're in their own end of the field. They're sort of in that fringe area, and they forced 2 straight incompletions. If they could force another one right here, it'd make it really tough on their opponent to the field.
Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long. He's going to the line, and they're going to score again. Another touchdown as they just ate their total.
And all the hard work and commitment pays off, getting their first win of the season. Really impressed how they came out. After starting the season 0-2, they knew this was going to be a physical game, and they came ready to go on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
I like it. Nice execution. Catch the football. Get it out of your hand. Nice rhythm, nice timing for that 2-point conversion.
Coming out with it, it's low.
All right, not ideal, right? Not ideal. You're an offense. You want to get a good kickoff return, but you're starting inside your own 10. Now come out, set the tone, get some high percentage completion. You might not go with that script you had because you thought you might have a little better field position, but you just get some few first downs, get that first down right now.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game is going.
And tackled there by the defense.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
The Judicials will have it first and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. So now it's second and long. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later, it's in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously.
Intercepted, the defense is set up. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Puts it out of the air.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop you.
Thomas back to pass. Fires to the tight end. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
When you've got a losing skid, there's nothing like some good old home cooking. They came back home, and they have played an outstanding game. And let's give this crowd a helmet sticker. They've been so loud. You know they impacted this game, and that's the beauty of college football, helping their team get back in the win column.
low. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Gonna run it. It's made. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Pulls it in. It's Coates. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. And the Judicials come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. And here comes the punt team. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Looking downfield on first down. Firing to the right, complete. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. He might want another play. Thomas looking to fire. They're working at the right side. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Looking for the end zone. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here we go. Looking to throw on first down. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from.
And the pressure gets there. Down he goes at the 18. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. The Judicials will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. They bring him down